Hello everybody, they call me Muse and this is the first bit of Magrunner Dark Pulse. This is apparently a action puzzle game of some sort, combining cyberpunk and Cthulhu somehow. I say apparently because I've got no idea how this game ended up in my Steam library.
I'm Gamachi, mutant, inventor, scientist. For you to understand, I need to start at the beginning. In the 21st century, the Grukersberg Corporation rose to a position of world dominance. By 2035, their LifeNet Total Existence Network had linked billions of people across the globe, encompassing social, economic, government, private and public services within one monstrous...
Guess that's mostly photos of the dev team.
System. With LifeNet and the corporation's vast financial resources, Grukersberg accomplished what governments could only hope for. A worldwide populace that wanted to conform, and that was willing to sacrifice privacy for security, safety, and interaction.
Doesn't sound like the human race I know.
Cram Grukersberg pooled tens of thousands of scientists together to find a new source of free energy to be used for space exploration. The result was magnetic technology. Grukersberg's space program would be a 3-month test of not only MagTech, but also citizen explorers, astronauts chosen from the populace. After worldwide selection trials that tested the applicants' athletic capabilities and knowledge of mathematics, physics, and psychology, 7 candidates were chosen to enter Grukersberg's training facility. These 7, selected from scientists, athletes, and civilians, would take Grukersberg's technology to the stars. Grukersberg called them his Magrunners. A 500,000 square foot training facility filled with puzzles and physical obstacles was built over the San Andreas Rift.
Why?
The world watched and waited.
Why was it built over San Andreas?
This young man is Dax C. Ward. Dax's father, like me, was an expert in genetics and cybernetics. One of the few who had no compunctions about working with a mutant. James and his wife Lavinia became my closest friends. When the accident happened, Dax was left in my care. I raised the boy the best I could, and he soon began to show signs of his father's brilliance. Dax had an aptitude for robotics, genetics, engineering. He read everything he could about Grukersberg's MagTech and began to apply the same principles to creating his own technology. By the time he was 11, he had started his own business, repairing and creating new devices. By the time he was 15, he had built and programmed the Newton prototype, a one-of-a-kind electromorph robot. So I suppose that I shouldn't have been surprised when he told me on his 23rd birthday that he wanted to apply for the Grukersberg MagTech program. He had the skills, and he had the brain for it. As we completed work on his custom magglove, I knew he was ready.
So I guess that's us. So yeah, no idea why this is in my Steam library. It doesn't show up in my purchase history at any point. I don't remember buying it at any point. It came out in 2013, so all I know is at some point in the last 8 years or so, I bought this game. So let's give it a try.
My friends, thank you for joining us today. Today, Grukersberg MagTech is proud to unveil our space exploration training facility. Today is the first day of a 3-month training program that'll prepare our mag runners for space exploration. At our facility, they will not only experiment with MagTech, but also learn to work and live together as they forge our future. Now, let's hear a few words from Xander Deverin, the creator of the facility and genius MagTech engineer.
I've spent considerable time and energy designing the testing facility with functional examples of our new technology. During training periods, contestants will find their bodies and minds pushed to the limits We will see what they can accomplish individually and later what they are capable of as a group.
Cool.
Be sure to stay online to
Who are
see
you?
History in the Making, brought to you by the same minds responsible for the LifeNet. After a quick briefing, our 7 mag runners are preparing to enter the facility for the first time.
It's almost showtime, Dex. You ready for this?
I'm nervous, Kamaji. I made it here. Now the real training starts.
The Mag Runners training will be the most important 3 months of their lives. They will pit their skills and wits against the brilliant mag tech engineer Xander Deveran, who will evaluate their progress. We've been allowed into the facility for the first 24 hours, and we're bringing it to you live via LifeNet.
Don't be nervous, Dex. Stay focused. And remember why you're here. Newton and I will be following on the LifeNet. He says good luck.
No, Gamaji. We're talking about going into space if I pass the training. It's hard to believe.
If your parents were here,
Space.
I know they'd be
It's
very
going into
proud of
space
you.
is hard to believe. You're talking to a
be
guy
sure
with
to
6
test out the new
arms.
mag glove before you start.
Ready, Xander?
Ready.
Let's begin.
Let's
Good
begin.
luck, Dex.
Right.
To view an object's magnetic field, press F. Sound advice.
Welcome to the state-of-the-art Mag Runners. Xander's really outdone himself with this facility. We hope you enjoy this miracle of mag tech modularity.
Right, so I've knocked some cubes off the wall by doing something with them. Was I meant to do that? I've charged them up with red and green energy or something. You're supposed to go in that hole in the wall? What's this? What are you? Was I supposed to be paying more attention to something rather than just mussing around? Maybe. Put a cube here. Maybe. So it seems like we can there we go. They've got opposite polarities. What's that done for us? It's opened the door. Lovely.
The Grukersberg Mag Tech Experience, brought to you live by LifeNet.
That wasn't so bad, Gamaji. How are the other mag runners doing?
Don't get too confident. That's just the beginning. 3 months is a long time.
Yeah, we've solved like one puzzle and we're like, we're a genius. Objects with the same colour will attract each other. Yeah, I figured that much out. Or at least I
Look
figured
at
out that
this
they
tech.
repel.
How did Xander develop this stuff?
Just focus on your training. I'm going to limit our transmissions to the elevators between levels. There's less interference.
Cunning. Now, so, what happens if we put you on this plate? Anything? Because we could stand on you, but then you're not attracted to anything else because there is nothing else to attract you to. Unless I'm supposed to do that. Yes. I didn't realise the lift itself was a thing that we could colorise.
Dax, Cassandra Shin from LifeNet Media. Can you give us a few thoughts about today? How do you feel about being the only mag runner without outside corporate funding or professional training? Do you think you're at a disadvantage?
What? I have a trainer?
That would be the mutant we've heard about? Gamaji?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Shin, I have to go.
Yeah, see you later, bitch. Don't mess with my mutant friend. They need to be completely within another field. Okay. Right, so. What if we pick this one up? And then pop it over here. Can we attract the other one down? Not if they're not completely within the field. So what if we pop it over here in a corner somewhere? No. Oh, hello. So what can we do with these? Right, so we can push that back and forth. Very good. Now, what if we put this here and then stand on it? No? Ah, but we can do that. And that gets us our cube. Lovely. Now, what might we want to do with 2 cubes? We could put one over here somewhere. And then we could put the other one on top of it. And stand on it. And use it as a lift, I guess. So we'd want the bottom one to be green. And the top one to be red. And then we got tossed off because we did it wrong. Okay. That's fine. I think we did it right, actually. It's just a bit awkward. Maybe. It's kind of hard for us to... Do we even need that lift? I don't think we do. We can just come over here, can't we? Now, where's my other cube gone? There. So, bottom one colour, top one t'other. Hup. Yeah, that kind of would work. Didn't that time, but it kind of would work, I think. Maybe we need to stand on it longer, wait for it to finish doing its thing. But then we fell off. Okay. Is this going to be fiddly? This is going to be fiddly. Then... There we go. Spherical and cylindrical. Cool. Time for another loading elevator.
Dax, did you feel like an underdog during the selection trials?
No, I
They're
built a
all
robot dog.
underdogs, Miss Shin. The training is discovery-based, and I will not tolerate less than 100% commitment to the program.
Look, Miss Shin, I have the same chances as the other mag runners at passing. I don't see why you keep...
Same chances? Oh, of course. Same chances.
Right. I'll tell you what, Dax. How about an exclusive interview and the front page of LifeNet Science Online?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like, do these people not know what I've been up to? I was like building my own inventions when I was like 11 or something. It's like, come on now. Give me some credit. Right, that looks breakable. Right, down we go. I like the look of the place. It's not as sterile as games like this sometimes are, so that's cool. That wants to be a cube, I think. And that probably wants to be a second cube then. But then it's not going up high enough. So perhaps not. Maybe we'll put one on here and stand on it. Give that a bit of red, that a bit of green, and we can get up there at least. But then what can we do up there? Not a lot. We can't fire through that because that's clearly some sort of emancipation grid. So we're going to have to break through here with a cube. There is, however, a thing up there that I hadn't spotted. So That's not giving me enough oomph to get up. So what if I put 2 of these on? Stand on them. Nope, that also doesn't give me enough oomph to get up. What if I put 2 of them on? Turn the top one green. Right, turn the top one green. Turn the second one red. What happens then? Curious. Nothing much happens, but then if I turn the top one red as well... Whoa! That gives me the force I need to get up. Sweet. Which gives me another cube. So now, where are our cubes? There they are. So let's pile up all 3. Top and bottom one's same colour. So they attract each other. Middle one the other colour, and then middle one changes back to that. No, and then the top one changes to that colour. No, that's not it. We're getting there though. Maybe it's the bottom one that needed to change as well. Alright, so what if we change the bottom one to green? Is that going to super repel? Yes, it does. 2 levels of repel. Allows us to break through that. And the door opens. There we go. If you told me that tip before I'd done this room, that would have helped.
Gamaji, are they off the comm?
Yes. There's something wrong with that Xander guy. Don't listen to him. And what did that reporter mean by that mutant?
You know exactly
she's
what
kind
she
of a
meant.
pain, huh?
She's just digging for an interview to make
Mutant
Grukersberg look
racist.
good. Keep your head on.
Surely this is not the first time you've come across mutant racism.
Is this part of the training?
Oh, hello. Are we getting into the spookums?
Is everyone alright? No injuries? Bios are good, Xander.
Right.
What happened?
A minor power fluctuation, Mr. Grukersberg. I've ensured
Just
that
a
it
minor
won't
power
happen
fluctuation.
again.
It's no big deal. Just cats misbehaving themselves in the background as well. Good boy, Wes. Cheeky little boy. Anyway, now that we've tended to the cats, let's spring back into action. So we haven't got... Oh, hello. Let's bring those together. And then let's tear them apart. And up we go. Now what do we do? Oh, this is nice. These little transparent bridges are very stylish, very futuristic. And that can't go up any higher, so that's fine, I guess. A little gap there that we can see through. Don't see any real reason to shoot through that, though. Cube! Cube friend. Right, so what do we do with you, cube friend? Guess we come back down. Oops. Dropping down there made my controller vibrate on the desk. I bloody hate when games just put vibrate on by default. I'm clearly using mouse and keyboard for this. So we probably want to set old cube friend on the aerial faith plate, because let's face it, that's what it is. And then it can spring across there. Good. Now how does anything else... Oh wait, I should probably be stood on it, shouldn't I? What a spoon. But this can test my theory that we can reset the cube at least by hitting that plate next to where we get it from. Yes, good. Got cube friend back. And ping! We're off. Lovely. Now, you can't be used to do anything, but can we put a cube in you? Oh, yeah. Let's put a cube in you. Now we can charge up cube with a colour, and that lift with another. Can we get that lift from here, or should we have been on the other side and triggered it? Maybe we should be back on the other side. Oops. Right, I guess any cubes in this area. Yeah, this is death for cubes down here, I think, but not for me. I feel like the game's not really explaining all that much, but at the same time it's fine because it's kind of making sense anyway. So you can be green. Oh no, they both need to be the same, don't they? There we go. But then I also want to be on it, don't I? So let's see what we can do about that. Bring this down, hop on, back up, and then drop down onto it from over here. Now we're thinking with MagTech. Now we can ride the victory lift. Oh yeah. And more progress is made. Very good. Are we going to get to some spookums?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've suffered a minor technical glitch, but we are now back online.
That's gotta sting, Grukersburg. With a live audience, too.
Not exactly a solid recommendation for a new product, no. Hold on, Dax.
Oh,
Something's changed in the algorithms that Xander's using to run the facility. The system log shows a reboot.
What? Gamaji, did you hack into the testing facility?
Maybe a
Xander's
little.
interface is amazing. It integrates all the functions and accessibility of the LifeNet with his biofeedback response to influence the MagTech.
Oh, you're
What?
gonna get me kicked out.
Relax, Dax, I'm masked. He thinks I'm just another peripheral. Oh, no. No, he's blocked me.
good job.
Anyway, he's too busy to run a trace.
Ah, great. So we're relying on him being too busy to prevent our intrusion being noticed. Fantastic. I feel like
More
tying
platforms. This would be a bad time for the power to go out again.
I feel those loading screen tips being tied to the loading time is a bit inconvenient because, yeah, the game loads a lot faster than it would have done when it was released in 2013, which means some of those loading tips just don't show up very quickly. Now, we want to get down that cube, I'm guessing, so that we can then fling across. So how do we get down that cube? Do we go up? And then do we bring this across? It's the same colour as us, so that shouldn't cause problems, right? Good. Now you can bugger off, and you can pull me across this way instead. If we bring that one down, then they should all meet one another, because once they get into range, is that one going to be pulled down? It is. Good. And now that we're pulled down, let's change ours to green, and we should go up. Yes. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this. It's pretty intuitive, all told. I've I've played a number of different sort of first-person perspective action puzzle platformer types like this, and they're not usually this intuitive to grasp, so kudos to Frogwares for their efforts here. And away we go. Yeah, platforms move along beams. That loading
Well
screen
done,
is fine.
Daxi Ward. Congratulations on being the first one to complete that module. Maybe you're better than I thought. Or maybe you're just lucky.
Or maybe you're a freak.
Excuse me?
What?
I said thanks.
Thanks and maybe you're a freak sound nothing
How
like
long did
each
it
other,
take to
Dax.
build this place?
Nothing like each other. So, what are you? Just a hole for a cube. But you're also a hole for a cube. So we put one there maybe and one over there, and then we do a bit of a billiard shot, perhaps? That would require 2 cubes though, so let's press on. There's our platform again. Oh, there's a cube. So what are you aiming at? Something in the middle there. Did I see anything in the middle that I could get? Maybe. But that lift isn't going to go any higher at this point, is it? I kind of want to investigate that middle bit. See what's going on in there. So it's... Yeah, it just goes all the way down. So... So yeah, seems a bit out of nowhere, just calling him a freak like that. One would think he wouldn't use such terminology, given as his best mate is a mutant. One would think he'd be sensitive to that sort of thing. But I guess Dax is only 23. We were all douchebags when we were 23. Now what? How do we progress from here? Because we can't get that lift any higher because... Oh wait, there is a third one down there, isn't there? Can we access that third one though? No, we can't shoot to it. But if we could, then we could have a double charge of green. And then we could fire off the top one big time. So, how would we access the lower one? Am I missing a bit where we can drop through a hole in the floor? Doesn't look like it. Can we get into it from the middle? Should I have just thrown myself down that middle bit that looks a bit like a reactor core? Oh wait. What if we put these on like so? Then we attract it. Can I drop through the hole that it leaves behind? Hey! And there's not a lot. Oh yeah, there we go.
Sneaky, Xander. Very sneaky.
Very sneaky. But not sneaky enough. So what does this lift do for us at this point? Anything of merit? Brings us up to a cube. Yeah, we'll pop a cube on there. Bring it back down, because we're going to need 2 cubes, aren't we? So that one can come back up with us. So that could be green. That could be green. Although... Yeah, let's pop cube on there. Turn it red. That'll push that up. Now maybe we need to go up the top. And drop out the side somewhere. Was there anywhere where we could drop out? Or are we trapped down here now? No, we can get out. Good. So now how do we get this cube up? By changing that one to red. That will attract those to each other. Okay, there goes our cube. Thank you. There we go. Right, we've got our cube back. The bottom one is green. That one wants to be green as well, and that one also wants to be green, I think. Triple green, they'll all attract to one another. And then when we turn the top one red, we should get flung up pretty high. No? Oh, let's change the second one to red. And then this one to red as well. Or do I need the other cube? Nope. We're getting there. Nearly. Yeah, maybe we need to bring along cube. Oh no. What did that do? Ah, yeah. I stumbled into the solution, kinda. Down we go, and we can plop this one in. Yeah, get in. Good. Now you be red. You be red as well. I said you be red, and then you become green. Lovely. Took a bit of fiddling. But yeah, I'm having fun with this. This is pretty cool. Of all the first-person puzzly type things I've played, this is one I could see myself coming back to at some point.
All of our candidates have performed admirably. A very fitting beginning to our LifeNet broadcast designed to show you, the viewer, just what a day in the life of a Mag Runner is like.
Hey Dax, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, I just saw that Grukersberg is watching the netcast in a private room in the facility. A private room full of rich investors. Cassandra's interviewing
Rich
right
people?
now.
What
Blech.
does that mean?
It means don't screw up, Dax. Better days are ahead.
Oh no, right, we're in favour of the rich people, because we want to become one. Good. Who doesn't want to become a rich person? Let's have a quick peek at the next, and then we'll sign off, I think. But yeah, I would, at this point, normally ask in the comments if any of you have played this game and what you think about it. Ask you to leave comments, I should say. But none of you have played this, have you? No one's played this game before.
So,
It's pretty fun,
that
though.
floor is safe to walk on, right? Sure it is.
Yeah, so maybe you all should give it a play. And on that note, we'll test this floor and then we'll probably sign off. Jeez. This floor is actually safe to walk on. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting insta-death. You win this round, Mag Runner Dark Pulse. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, friends.